The Skyline Drive was built just above our house, and we were there when they were putting the Skyline Drive through that area. And my dad's potato patch was what is now the parking area, the parking lot, if you walk up on Bear Fence Mountain. While we were there, and they were building the Skyline Drive, they built the whole thing with steam shovels. They didn't have the big bulldozer type things that they had now. They called them steam shovels. And they had to blast the rock and then lift it up with the steam shovel. And I do remember my mother having to take us away from home every time. They would let her know when they were going to blast. And she would gather her 5 children and take them down to her neighbor, her next door neighbor, who was her best friend. She was a wonderful woman.
They just give you a certain time to if you didn't get out. They'd put you out on stuff outdoors on rain or shine.
Before they accepted condemned land, the Commonwealth did provide farms, schools, and medical facilities. In comparison to deteriorating mountain conditions, many families, including Howard Lockhart's, thrived after the move. Still, he hoped that some artifact of his family's heritage would have been preserved. So he went back.
And all I could find is a horseshoe and an old pan. And the house is gone, and I couldn't even find where the house was. They tore that down. And there was a little wire running all the way up. I don't know what that was.
They could have left them all in there. It would have been cheaper to pay each family some subsistence wages and have them there demonstrating basket making and other crafts that they did and just living their life. And let them, they could move out whenever they wanted to. And you could have stipulations if they ever sold the property, the Park Service would have to get the first dibs on that.
First of all, I would find the statement that we use human beings as museum pieces rather repugnant. These are not museum pieces, these are human beings. Would we tell them how to dress, what to eat, when they could appear in their garden? To some extent, it's a colonial Williamsburg approach to living history, but in colonial Williamsburg, everything is orchestrated. Paint colors, garden, flowers, vegetables. You can't do that with people who are leading their own lives. The larger issue is the question that the Park Service must function by the Organic Act, which is our establishing law, and it states that resources will be passed unimpaired to future generations. The minute Shenandoah became a national park, were people living here, they could no longer hunt because the Park Service was trying to reintroduce livestock. They could no longer girdle trees to get bark. They could no longer clear new land for farms. So you're creating, were people being allowed to stay, keep their farms within a national park, you would be creating an inherent contradiction with our Organic Act.